from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy!
Thank you for watching our show. Say hello to my co-host there for studio audience. And of course, the virtuals at home. How you doing? Very well, thank you. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Pardon me. Right before the doors open, I was checking on lunch. Chicken and waffles, chicken and waffles. And I got a big jug of maple syrup from Vermont that one of you sent to me a while ago, because whenever we get chicken and waffles, there's never enough syrup.
Never.
Yeah.
I need like 3 or 4 of those things.
Yeah. And then I've got the hot sauce. So, Ariana Grande is the judge on The Voice. She's the new one. And I'm happy for her. We talked about her as in, you know, what's next for her career. And I think you remember me saying she'd be a good judge on one of those judging shows. You know, because we never hear her really talk. And she's really talented. And she'll give us good fashion. You know, that's a reason to tune in. So, she's replacing Nick Jonas, who is not exactly replaced. You know how they pop in and out of those judging shows. Like maybe Ariana will go on tour, do a little something, so then Nick will come back, or John Legend will disappear for a minute. And, you know. But she's joining Blake Shelton, John Legend, and Kelly Clarkson. And what I like about Kelly is that Kelly and Ariana will get along. There will be no diva fighting or who outdresses who. You know, none of that. So it seems like this is gonna be a really good lineup. If I was singing on The Voice, I'd pick Team Ariana, even though everybody's talented, but you know, John Legend, he's too serious. You know, like he's fun, but he's serious. I wanna have fun, I wanna be a pop star. And she's got Scooter Braun on her side as management. And I don't think that she'd be selfish with, you know, with her advice, you know, behind the scenes. I think that she'd be a safe pick and we'd have fun. Yep. And do stuff. I like her. Yeah. But I don't like this. Oh. Easter is coming and the goose is getting fat. Or is that Christmas? Anyway, Easter is this weekend, and I got my palm. Amen. Palms always smelled so funny to me. Like a very distinctive thing. My mom and dad, like our palms were always long, you know, and they would like grab all of them, and then my mother would thumbtack them to the wall so it looked like a big fan. And the whole house would smell like palm until she put the leg of lamb in the oven. That was our Easter dinner thing. Yeah, I used to do that when I used to have a family. And I've got a scar on my hand to prove it. I hit the top of the thing, and so every time I look at the scar, I'm like, Easter leg of lamb. Anyway, and you know, you get the rack of lamb, so you dress it up with those white hats on top. Yeah, mint jelly and all. Anyway, Quavo and Saweetie got into a physical fight. Now this fight happened about a year ago, but it was caught on camera because it was in the elevator. The story recently broke. TMZ, thank you TMZ, got the surveillance video. Look at this, look what they're fighting over. It looks like a gaming package, some sort of game. They're in Saweetie's apartment, okay, and she's down on the ground. The door opened up and there's a resident of the apartment there, like he sees the camera. There's a resident there who's like, nope, I'll take the next elevator. And you would think that this, look, he leaves her and she's struggling to get up. And this is in her apartment building. So that means her front desk is looking. Like, I'm so shocked that by the time they got out of this elevator, that, you know, the cops weren't there, or at the very least, security from the building wasn't there. I know. That's a big fight. All over a game, or was there more to the story? Anyway, they ended up staying together after this fight. So maybe this is just the couple that they were, you know? I like a camera in an elevator. And you just have to be careful, like don't pick your nose, you know, don't do anything, you know, weird. Don't fight with whoever you're fighting with, because they can see the motions of your neck going back and forth and your, you know, finger wagging and stuff. We got cameras everywhere in my building, and you know what? When I first moved in there, I thought it was like the weirdest thing, like people hovering around. I was trying to get used to like Wendy alone in the city. But one day, I came in, and James, you remember that day? I was supposed to have 2 bags, and I only had 1. And so I called the car service. I asked James, first of all, James, how many bags did you carry in here? He said, 1, there it is on your desk. I said, no, I had 2. And you know, it's a good bag with stuff in, like I need my stuff. And so then I called the car, and the car said, no, there's nothing. And so I said, you know, I'm cynical, somebody's lying. Because I know I'm very, very organized, somebody's lying. So I called my building, and they said, we'll call you right back. And so they called me back, they said, no, you only left with 1 bag. We see you in the elevator. I felt so protected and so safe. I don't mind that at all. Yeah. And when I got home, turns out there's the bag, all safe, just sitting there on my bed. You know, the girls don't bother the bag. They're like, Mom forgot her bag, leave her there. Anyway, I'm glad they broke up. It seems like a toxic relationship, and you know, that's it. What game was that? You zoomed in on it.
Call of Duty.
Oh, cool. Oh, oh yeah.
I don't know why they were fighting over that.
A fight like that is. Today was the first day in about a week and a half that the paparazzi weren't outside the apartment. No, I'm happy. I'm happy because I know what they're looking for, and you're not going to find it. You know, you take good pictures, but I'm a little smarter than you in terms of, you know. Anyway, but this is yesterday's paparazzi picture. Minding my own business. I had my meatballs and rigatoni in this bag for breakfast and lunch. And look, you know I don't wear a bra in real life. And the lawyer lady who works here, she said her nipple is showing. So we might have to put a W over the nipple. So funny. So funny. So Michael Strahan is showing off his new look. He fixed the gap in his teeth. It's temporarily. He had the cameras there in the dentist's office. He had taken off some time from Good Morning America. And he said he didn't want to put it on social media because he didn't want to hear people say, don't fix it. He didn't want your opinion. So he fixed it, and what did I say? Like, why? Like, he's good looking anyway. And the gap is like his signature. That'd be like, you know, and by the way, this is temporary, which is the best thing. So he's got a chance to get it removed. I mean, it's his life. What do you think, Dorntman?
No, I like the gap. Just
Me
Take
too.
what your mama gave you.
Yeah.
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 After that.
And some people thought it was an April Fool's joke. What do you think, Suzanne?
No, I like the Gap. Yeah, I stick with the Gap. Go back.
Okay, clap if you like the Gap closed. Look, and they're embarrassed to clap. I say if you have a look that's part of your signature, hold on to it for as long as you got it. Yeah. Excuse me. Meantime, over in Jersey, we've got your sneak peek of it's actually the mid-season trailer of Housewives of Jersey. And Melissa and Joe Gorga are getting into it. And of all the people in all the franchises, that's one I do not want to see head to divorce court, no matter what. This doesn't look like they're acting for the purpose of attention. This looks real. And Teresa's got a new man. Well, he makes his introduction. We meet him. There's a whole lot of kissing and slob. It's like, get a room. Anyway, take a look.
I know they have things going on in their relationship.
They do. Right now, you could say like kind of they're broken. We're growing apart.
Maybe we are.
Maybe we are.
What's the deal with Teresa? I hear all over she got a new boyfriend.
Why isn't she introducing anybody to this guy?
I don't know. I feel like they're in love with him.
Thank you for coming into my life.
You called me a man chauvinistic.
I don't need anyone calling my husband chauvinistic, because whatever you think I'm dealing with, it's probably more.
I'm not gonna give up what I wanna do in life. You're holding me back.
Listen, go be whatever you wanna be in life. We're done.
I didn't see any acting going on. Those are real people living a real life. And I do believe Joe is chauvinistic in a way that I could tolerate. You know what I mean? Like, I only work because I have to. You know? If I would like to work a little something, a little odd job here and there, and I'd want to be, a smart housewife who knows how to look at the taxes with the accountant and pay bills and things like that. I'd be like the new version of a housewife. But Joe is a traditionalist. He wants the wife to cook the food or gather the food. I don't mind doing that. He wants to take care of her, make sure she always looks good and sexy and feels good about herself. I don't mind that. It's not like she has to wear an apron and look like, Florence or something or any of the other, Hazel or whatever. And she bears the kids, she takes them to soccer, he goes out and works. Maybe because I work so hard, that kind of lifestyle just seems so nice. Like if I was out here dating right now and I met somebody who would take care of me, the last day of the show, and I would warn you all, but I would come out here and give you my last how you doing and say, and I'm out. And there are things that I want to do besides this, but they fall in line with a traditionalist. Like I want to be deep in charity and, with the girls and good causes and stuff. Look, I think it's a good idea that Teresa put her boyfriend on the show. Just cause we want to look at him. I'm there for it, but Salt Lake City is more interesting. But I'm there for it. And The Real Housewives airs on Bravo tonight, so we'll all be watching together. All right, we've got more great show for you, everybody. Up next, Remy Ma is here, so grab a snack and come on back.